Yes, I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to. Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way to go? Which way to go? I love my fatherland. Oh yeah. I want to know. I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to. Many years after independence, we still find it hard to start. How long shall we be patient before we reach the promised land? Let's save Nigeria so Nigeria won't die. Which way Nigeria? Which way? Which way Nigeria? Tell me which way to go. I love my fatherland. Oh, yeah. I want to know. Yes, I want to know. Every little thing that goes wrong, we start to blame the government.
Adomo. Welcome, Mr. Dennis. Unmute.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
How are
afternoon.
you?
Sir. Welcome
Great.
for coming.
Thank you very much.
Bye. It's been a heavy task for us to be here today.
Yes, I agree with
we're
you.
not giving up. We are not giving up. We will not be battered. We will not be beaten down. We are not giving up. Yes. We are not giving up. How are you? How is your Sunday?
Yes, my Sunday is not going the way I anticipated.
Yeah.
Not because everything was not done the right way, but because of the fact that there is what I call state capture.
Yes.
Our Nigerian state has been captured. Our Edo state has been captured. So when you talk about state capture, you find out that institutions that are supposed to function very well, they don't function well because the entire state has been captured. We were all living witnesses to the fact that there was an insurrection in America, and it boils down to the state of Georgia. The Secretary of State of the state of Georgia that was supposed to declare the result, he was a Republican. And when Donald Trump approached him and told him to declare the results for him, he said no. And he went ahead to release the results as they were on papers. But I bet you honestly, if that was to be in Nigeria, it would be an easy thing to do. So the Secretary of State in Georgia refused to do Donald Trump bidding. That is a good example of strong institutions.
Of course.
Where you have strong institutions, then strong men cannot prevail on the institution.
Exactly.
So our INEC has been captured. Our security agencies have been captured. We had them giving us all assurances. This has been done. This has been done. We've covered everywhere. You and I, we have brothers and sisters in Edo State, spread across the entire Edo State. Where were those security agencies?
Yeah.
We didn't see them. Our judiciary, at about 1 a.m. last night, there was this officer. He identified himself as a APC agent. He said the coming in of Obaseki to stop the collation in INEC headquarters in Benin City. He said it was brigandage. I mean, we are free to say, yeah.
But their manipulation is not brigandage.
Yeah, he went further to say Obaseki should have waited, let the result be released.
I saw the guy, yes.
Yes, and they follow the process, which is the popular cliche we always hear in the state capture: go to court. So, and they know that the judiciary has been captured.
We have no voice.
Our traditional institutions have been captured. Except for those of us who have taken it upon ourselves to begin to agitate for a sane, good society. A society where rule of law prevails. Except for those of us who are trying to do that, I don't think that we have any other. With the judiciary, they are no longer there for the common man. Because if we go to the market today, APC, ABGA, PDP, and every other political parties, we go to the same market and buy the same thing.
Exactly.
Because the Edo election is a referendum on the current APC federal government.
Shenanigan.
I listened to Osagbovo Iyoha. He said IREV went down the moment APC compiled their results and sent it in. Then IREV went down. All the results that we saw, they were changed. That was the word of Osagbovo. So when we begin to see this state capture, and let me explain this state capture further. If you look at Edo State, we look like, irrespective of how we look at it, Edo State is a conquered and captured state. If you go and look at NCDC,
before we went like this, bro, Eri Makaye conquered state.
Yeah, if you look at the commandant of NCDC, his name is Olu Benga. If you look at the 4th Mechanized Brigade, Customs, EFCC, DSS, and many other security agencies in our Edo State, look at the names of these people that are from there. We are supposed to be in a federation where you have the states as we are a federating unit in the entire Nigeria. But no Edo man, whether you are APC, PDP, or whoever you are, none of you will be able to tell me now that out of the 36 states that we have in Nigeria, that we have an Edo man or an Esako man or an Isha man that is a commissioner of police somewhere. Or we have our own people that is in any of their mechanized brigades across the nation. So if we have all these people from our Nigeria, yes, it's one Nigeria, I agree. If we have people coming from other states to come and rule over us, how many of our own people do we have in other states that are occupying the same positions? Our people, our traditional institutions, our politicians, they take peanuts. After taking peanuts, the next thing is that they allow people from other states in the same federation to dictate to us what they want to do.
Exactly.
If you go to all the DPOs in the entire Edo State, please tell me how many Edo man that you have seen there. None.
Hello.
But if you are telling somebody to now go to a forest in Inikoroga or in somewhere in Orion local government, where is that place Anini is from? Because I know there's a big forest over there. Ogo and all that. These people, they don't know the forest. And when there are issues, they have to rely on our own people, local vigilantes that are not well paid. So if we like, whoever wants to celebrate our state capture, it's left for them. But my point is that we are now being governed as a captured state. We are captured. So I saw the election results. I was listening to it. So I want everybody to know that today, democracy died in Nigeria. And this is a prelude to what is going to happen in 2027. If you remember, in my very first, if you remember my very first appearance in your program, I said something. I said, rigging of election is always mutating. We've seen a new mutation of rigging in our state today. By the time it goes to Ondo State, it will mutate. But that is what I can guarantee anyone, that election rigging is mutating in Nigeria. And we don't have an electoral umpire. Let us be honest. We have none. Because the
They've all been bought.
Yes, the
captured.
resident electoral commissioner condescended low to collating results. That is not part of the rules and regulation or the electoral law that was passed by the Buhari administration. Let me yield the floor to my other colleagues.
Thank you. I cite you, Sonny. Thank you for coming. Please, if you are here, leave me comments. Leave me comments. Today, na fire. Leave me comments and I'll say shout out to you. I cite you, Baba and Wasia. I also cited Mr. John Boo. Yeah, tell we know what's so now. Here in Nigeria, you. Sir, unmute yourself, sir. Mr. Wasia. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Okay, Sonny, take the floor, please. I have a network issue. Me jumbo by now when it's a please give me a like on this channel.
My people, my name is and my comrade brother. Happy Sunday to every one of you here, and my Edo people. When my heart bleeds because of the broad daylight
robbery
of our democracy. Yesterday, Edo people went out to exercise their civic responsibility to elect the man they want to govern the state. But because of the corrupt practices which we are known for, the Inec, the security agencies and the politicians, just like my brother have said, compromise and allowed our state to be captured. It's really a pity. Time will tell. Whoever is celebrating now, like the election, every one of them was involved. I just watched before I came in. I just watched a video. This K White, when he was even talking about the election. That even the president, they were all around calling Oshiomhole and asking how's it going, how's everything going. Every one of them was, every one of them was there. They were taking instruction from above. That is why you see nothing happens, and people are just, jubilating. Or where I'm nowhere going up.
Of the Maya in the federal level, I'm meaning I make Mayane.
Yeah, I'm nowhere going up. People are happy because they just felt APC have won this and that, and they just feel it's Obaseki. It's not about Obaseki. They said the end justified the means. Time will tell. People will remember Obaseki for good. But it pains me that everything Obaseki has done for Edo State, this is the way they paid him back. It happened to Ali before, but at the end of the day, they are singing praises of Ali now. Nevertheless, all hope is not lost. Whatever they think today, they have done to truncate our democracy, to mortgage the wishes of our Edo people who came out to exercise their voting right. And we have been encouraging them, no, just come out, your vote will be count, your vote will count. The same story. I just pray that Edo people will be able to take this. But they said the struggle continues. We are not relenting. I just, they said there is still remaining 2 local governments, Oredo and Ekobaka,
which they captured.
They captured. They said they are relocated because I think our brother put it on our platform that they went on break and they said they are coming back by 5 o'clock. All those are, they went they just to perfect everything. Well,
thank you, sir.
We thank God for everything.
Yeah,
let us encourage ourselves.
Yeah, let me take
all of us, those who are jubilating APC are one. Like I said, time will tell.
I will give you the floor, sir, once here. But where is John Boo? He left?
Yeah, he just 1 second. Yeah.
Do as I connect a media floor, ne? But before then, as you do that, please just mute yourself, sir. Let me mute you. Then Clarence is asking, why are we all lamenting? The final results are not out yet. Clarence, my brother, welcome. God bless you. They have drastically reduced our numbers. We were at 288,000 yesterday and some fractions, and they were at 228. So the difference was a stretch of 60,000. Now they are giving us 170,000. Can you imagine? And they gave our 30,000. They cut it off before. They cut it off again. They cut it off. Now we are at 170 something. I don't know the very latest now. So whatever it is, they are working towards when they now bring Ikobauha and Oredo local government, it still will not come up to what they've given, what they've apportioned to APC. So whether we wait now or we lament later, the deal has been done. The deed has been done. They've reduced our numbers, taken Aswe's number and gave it to Monday. And now they are bringing in results to filling those space. So there is no way Aswe is going to win with this charade, with these falsified numbers. I'm so sorry. This is a captured country. This is a captured place. La wabumesi mwakpa ni oni so nige miamia. Mr. Nwasi Akere. Ohama gumegwa oni kugaria. Ohama gumegwa oni kugebege. Ohama gumegwa oni kugaria. Sokpa megi satizie kwana ori kugaria. Igi satizie kwana ori kugaria. Ohama gumegwa oni kugaria. Ohama gumegwa oni kugaria. Ohama gumegwa oni kugaria. Sokpa megi satizie kwana ori kugaria. Igi satizie kwana ori kugaria. Daddy, Nwanama, the floor is yours. Thank you. Take the floor, Papa.
I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Dope Pride TV, for what you're doing. As a forum, everyone was apprehensive. I also want to thank my noble and notable concerned Edo indigenes, all the members, your effort, what you put in, all is not lost. All is not lost. It's not. So I want to say right now that whatever result we are getting, we have seen it, or we are seeing it as they are streamlined, like what happened in 2023. The truncation of the process.
I like your
aberration. Yes, the truncation of the process, the aberration brought in by certain individuals who were supposed to be good custodians of maintaining that process. And at the same time, all of us that are putting our hands there, saying this is what we want, we saw the result. And I asked, like what happened even during Obaseki's time, when they were now looking for the returning officer from Orion. It took a very long time, 30 minutes, before that man could come out. it was even they were doing what is called adjustment and readjustment.
For what? For what? For what? What is adjustment and readjustment? What do they mean by that? If they don't want to truncate the
how come it was you hearing me?
Yes.
How come it was now a donut from Oshiomhole and Shaibu that was now remaining? Now, the process says go to the station, the beavers are going to be used, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you go, 500 people register. 250 came for accreditation. When the voting starts, it is expected that the numbers of votes that we are getting will be within the frame work of that numbers of voters that were accredited. After the voting, the result there will be counted at the polling station and be uploaded.
Okay.
Then from the polling stations, collation starts from polling stations. We move now to the wards. From the wards, the collation moves from there to the local government. Then from the local government, it goes to the state, which is now the what do you call it? Inec.
Inec.
Okay, why was that process truncated, just like what happened in 2023?
Because they want to manipulate.
When they now said, that is not the issue right now. At the time they moved, what do you call it? What was the security threat that they said they now had, that they had to move from that local government that's from Western Boys there, that they had to move to Inec. When they now moved to Inec, we saw the complaint that when they got to Inec, APC returning officers were allowed into the hall.
And they drove out PDP.
Why weren't PDP, what do you call it, agents also allowed into the hall?
Mm-hmm.
And as of yesterday, we also learned that, the IREL officer were now collating, which is wrong. So the process has been compromised. Every day we're going to say it. It is okay. I agree with whatever result they come out with. Let us look at it from the beginning. Abdul Salam, they came for peace agreement.
Peace accord.
Where Reverend said they ought to have signed. However, it is not legal. In 2023 election, Tinubu did not sign. It is only on moral ground that let us believe ourselves. Yes, let us believe ourselves that we will all do the right thing. You see, yesterday when the discussion was going on, I went back to Dele Farotimi. When Dele Farotimi was talking to Seun, he said, Seun, honor her. And what do you call the other man? Honor her, which is the head of the electoral commission.
The REC officer.
Yeah. What is your trust that someone like Onoha, someone like Edwin Iwo, who is the police commissioner, that were removed and brought from Rivers State, a very state wicked belong? What will give the confidence that they will rely on these people? So when you say something, they will tell you, no. The military. Now, the police have no value. No, police has no name anymore in Edo State. Not even in Nigeria. Now, when the military were also brought in, there were some percentage of confidence. So we all know in the Nigerian pattern of government that when the president appoints the IG, we are expecting the IG to do what is called a return, a payback, or rather a pay, yeah, kind of scratch my back, I scratch your back. So we did say, and I want to say here, Aswa Igodalo and Okpebolo competition. Like I said yesterday, this election wasn't about Aswa Igodalo and Okpebolo. This election is a clash about the Titans, which is Oshiomhole and Obaseki. When everyone that belongs to Aswa, as the Aswelite, start to talk about the substance, you see the APC dragging in. I say dragging Obaseki. He didn't. After all, Obaseki name wasn't on the ballot.
No.
So it is okay. To me, the way Emiga Deva Okpa Zero. As we are now, I went into the Inec portal and saw some results of some areas. It just made me to start laughing.
You give 100% to PDP doesn't exist in that area.
No, mommy. For example, we can see the effort. We can see the effort even some of the individuals, few ones have put up, and how Inec is now. I said it one time. Everybody is talking about Tinubu. Everybody is talking about Tinubu. Tinubu is not the issue.
Tinubu sent the message. Now Oga wants it.
Yeah,
that's
when he sent the message, Tinubu is not the issue.
Sent the message.
There is no
you
way.
Remember how he said he's going to deliver Edo?
Yeah, yes, and he's trying to do that. So it is trying to do that with the aided by some of us who are very cheap, who is not able to see what is called the future of our own generation. That is where it hurts at the moment. And I called someone, or they said they are going out. They are yesterday over this thing. They are going out now. But the brother was asking him, how can that? He said, can that petrol take us to Kobahi? He was asking. The guy said no. Oh, he says you get jerry can to go and see if you can get. But it's 1,200. That same person is voting APC. When gasoline or petrol, we call it PAPO, is 1,200. Woe unto them. I take it that way. But for those that have tried their possible best to that went there to fight for this power, what do you call it? Irregularities. I also want to pray for everyone. It is on that ground we are not letting go. It's okay. The lions and tigers will be out there. It's okay. It's APC. It's okay. But today we are seeing that deficiency in Tinubu because he did not give any promise.
It's
in the country we are here, well, yeah, they all come here, they run down here, they come to enjoy in this place we are. They are not witches and wizards, they are human beings like us. There are people, they say, you know what's going to happen? Everything's going to disintegrate. It's going to rotting at a point, and it's rotting up. At a point, those that have money, they have abundance. They will not even get anything to buy with that money. It is then they will come back to say, can we now streamline and take it back again? But then it may not even be in this of our generation. It hurts. Come and make a baka, flaggy, or it is. It is also telling us, like our parents or my father would tell us, yeah, some of us here are joining this crying today. So please, gentlemen and ladies, we should not let it up. We should not let it up. The spirit in you, that fighting, it must continue. Some said, some say I leave. When you are fighting, in Nigeria, when you let it up, what happens to it? You will be swallowed. You are going to be swallowed by. We heard here that they will say boys were stealing cars in Brownton, but the police say no. What you just do, when they come, just put your key close to where they will get it. You know, very soon, that is how it's going to be.
Let me clear this.
That's why I fought a good fight.
We have all fought. We have all fought
the
good
power.
fight. We have all
I
fought.
appeal to everyone, and we are not letting up. We are not letting up. Even if they will say it's okay today, but let me tell you, if the majority voted as we have seen, I wonder how he's able, how Okpebholo is going to govern these people that voted otherwise. That is where the country will never go away. We are crying in Nigeria today that if it was somebody that Nigeria chose that was there, any policy he puts in place, everybody will try to endure because that is the problem we are saying. Yes, that is what we are saying today.
Okay. What's this?
So we can identify. Okay, thank you so much, man.
What's this? Let me show up a video. I see Mr. Idiaye Johnson. So this is just to reaffirm what we were saying. Video now. This is Matthew Udoyekeme, the DG, Director General of the campaign for Aswe. Like just to show what happened overnight. Because my daughter had to seize my 2 phones. Mom, you must sleep today. She took the phone away. Well, I love you phone so that no. Okay, so it's going to play now.
Election won clearly in about 15 states. 15 local governments, I'm sorry, 15 local governments out of 18.
Yeah.
When they found out
15 local governments out of 18.
As much as 30,000 per voter.
Okay.
And don't want no hardship and all those things. And they appreciate brains. They cannot impose the governor there. They voted, and as well, Godalo won overwhelmingly by well over 70% of the total vote cast. Now, what did they do? Comrade Adams Oshiomhole retired the 3 years across, and then they went to start trying to cover up the gap. Maybe other people will accept it that way. But this is democracy. And in democracy, it was Abraham Lincoln who defined democracy as the government of the people, by the people, and not the people. It's different from dictatorship. It's different from any other kind of rulership. We are not slaves in this country. We are all free-born citizens of Nigeria, who, by the grace of God today, we also have the right to elect those to lead us. Now, in the local government, my local government, they go, or those local government that they know that Aswe swept 100%. You know what they did? The rule is very simple. You collect at your unit, then your ward, then your local government, then the state. When they found out that having collected at the unit and the ward, they couldn't manipulate nothing. Then it was time to now collect at the local government. They now deceptively asked them to move all the things to Inec headquarters. And we are wondering, this is not the rule. They didn't give no reason. When people came here, they took them in. What did they do? He wrecked himself that Wike sent here to do the kind of dirty job they did before in Rivers.
No,
when the party won, and we saw ballot papers that were cancelled and the figures were changed. The man came, asked them to come in here. When they got in there, the PDP agents and the collation officers were not allowed to do their jobs. The wreck started collecting by himself using one Mrs. Anna. And they said the woman is the one who does all the dirty jobs for them at the Inec headquarters. She's APC, body, soul, and spirit. I used to think that election umpires have no political party, but from what they have said to me this evening, The woman is APC. She's the one that distributed money to people trying to see if they could change the thing. But the Edo people doesn't change. They couldn't subvert the will of the wishes of the Edo people. What happened? They took all those things inside, and they are trying to now. They are not trying to. They are rewriting the results. They are doing the same thing. The Oshiomhole and people, they are doing the same thing at Auchi, and people are resisting it. Therefore, when our agents are not slaves, we have the right to decide who governs us.
So it's fair to say that your party, you are going to launch a protest.
Of course, until as well.
So for sake of time, I think most of us have seen that video, how they locked a PDP agent out, and APC agent was with them inside the Inec center, the collation center. The PDP agent did not even know what was happening, and now this election is between APC, PDP, LP. Even if LP member was not there, there was a PDP and APC. They let the APC in and they started changing the results. So, before I let Mr. Diaye take the floor, I just want to ask a question. What is the reason for election? Why are we still doing election? Because this is not election. The Tinubu, the rotten man at the head, can just pick his preference and save everybody the pain of going through those rigors of electionary process and all of that. He can save us the pain. I got something from Twitter, because this is, I don't even know how to. This is not right. If we continue like this, there's not going to be any state or Nigeria or whatever you call it. This is what I got from Twitter. Oh shit. Sorry for my language. It's me from Twitter. Anyways, I'll look for it while Mr. Diaye takes the floor. Sir, unmute yourself. Yes, sir. Hello, Mr. Johnson. Wow. So a question but I need an answer. Now, is there any reason, any need for us to continue? Every year I go out and I tell people, walao PVC. I keep preaching just like this. Repeatedly, it's like a recurring decimal, just like the rigging is a recurring decimal. Our preaching, our sensitization is also recurring decimal. Every year we go out to do this. Every year we use our voices, our resources, our time. A week in we're sitting here to talk about those states. Yet everything ends in shambles. What is the reason for election? Imade is here. How are you? Abokia?
Hello. Yeah. I don't know. Is Mr. Imade taking the floor?
I'm fine, mommy.
Okay, let's leave it for him.
Hello. Mr. Johnson take it for Mamio. So if Mr. Imade can do it quickly because time is running. Imade Johnson, right? Jumbo, sorry, sir.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. We're just talking about the shambles going on right now. Broad day robbery. Yeah. Hello, sir.
I believe hello, are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
We're hearing. Go ahead.
Okay. What really happened since yesterday, even till when I'm speaking, PDP won all the polling units.
Okay. They said 15.
Everywhere. Even in Runigbe, Orion, PDP clear everywhere. Out of yesterday night, according to the result, we were even hearing that we are leading with almost 30,000. I saw Matthew Dwekeme in the Inec office out of this morning. They did not allow anybody to go to the Inec office. Security everywhere. You understand? So only what I'm saying is this. I don't really know if there will be a state again existing like Edo State, when we are seeing exactly the suffering our mother, our father is passing through. Asegbe Enigi, when they see what we are passing through, they are all rejoicing that Obaseki was rebelled. We won every polling unit. They are happy for suffering. You understand my point? Tomorrow, anamewu wa nrewebo mana agu wa agwa wa mana rijaye emu wa wateya. Why you guys tried. This is pure robbery. Pure.
Oh, network.
Robbery. How we Maya saw it. Pure robbery. That is exactly what they did to Obaseki. Obaseki until we die, or Neda Aswen Igodaro. They stand for development of Edo State. We are going to experience what is going to take place. Just give them for. It's very, very painful. I will reserve my comment.
Okay.
Even in the attack, but it's painful. Hi.
I know.
Okay.
Your heart into it. Mr. Johnson, what is one?
Well, I'll be hearing you guys things, and thank you very much for the contribution. What I will say here, since last night I didn't sleep regarding to this issue. I was with Idwekeme on the line. When he was talking to the reporter, the guy slept there. I don't think the guy go home. He slept there.
Yes.
So in this case, my people back home and abroad, if not soon, I believe where the APC they are ready to do everything by team to get this the winning of this election. So the only thing we can do now,
yes,
what's going to be the solution, or what's going to be the something to do to make sure we get our victory back. Okay. So that is the only solution now. That is the only suggestion I believe where we can do now, because this people they are ready with so-called Tinubu, who are since there with federal mind. They have come to clear everything now. Last night I look at the IRS. PDP was leading with 30,000 votes.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. God bless you.
Suddenly, I see things were changing like a miracle. Was changing.
Thank you.
Until this guy, they went to the PDP. They went to Rokota to go and collect their result. And suddenly, they went there and put what we call the bomb. What is the bomb or tear gas to chase them away? And then, in the end, they told them to come to Inec office. Getting to Inec office, the Inec people did not allow the PDP to go in. Then the only APC that go in, they locked the gate.
Can you imagine?
So that was the problem last night. I didn't sleep. I was watching. Probably they will open the gate for them. They didn't do it until I went to bed to 2 o'clock. So my gentlemen and ladies in Edo State, the only advice I have now, or the only suggestion I have now, is that we have to speak up to the market women, the civil servants, the retirees, and other people to come out in force, and go to the Inec office and hold them ransom. Please, if you have anybody that can coordinate them in Edo, they should do that now as soon as possible, so that we get our victory back. So that's what I need. Please, gentlemen, let's cooperate, please. Please.
Thank you so much.
That's
Let me
what I have for now. Please, let's continue.
The question you asked earlier was, why is it that we still have elections?
Yeah,
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm asking
why,
that, but it's very valid.
Oh, yes. You said, why do we still have elections?
It's a waste.
What I mean by that is this. Nigeria as a country, they are trying to say we are a democratic country. So we conduct elections. Somebody will tell you, oh, there was election in 2023 and Tinubu won. So they go outside. Nigeria is going to be represented in Onga this week. Today is Sunday, within this week. Mm-hmm. So they go out there to Onga and say, hey, we are a democratic country. That's why we deserve a seat here. So all that is supposed to be accorded to a democratic country, they will get that. Mm-hmm. But when they come back home, they become autocratic. They become tyrants. That's one to answer that question. Then, first of all, I want us to encourage Aswan Ighodalo so that he will not hesitate to follow up with this election. Because if we don't encourage him, if we don't tell him that we are still behind him, this man might just say, he's a rich man. He has his businesses to run. So he might just say, you know what, I'm trying to do it for these people. So if we just say, I'm trying to do it for these people. But these people I'm trying to do it for, they don't recognize my pedigree. Therefore, so let us encourage him. That brings me to another point. Mm-hmm. Yes, the election results has not been officially announced, but we know where it is tilting towards.
Yes.
You see, the last election, 2023 election, there was a redefinition of our constitution in our face. One of the definitions is that Abuja is now our 37th state, which of course we never knew before this time that Abuja
in the constitution.
Was because they now accorded Abuja. Yeah, they accorded Abuja the status of a state. That's the reason why the and in our constitution was not obeyed. So now there is another issue here. The birthday of Okpebholo. As we all know, his Inec form, his a voter's card, and the one on his WAEC result. These are three different birthdays. Let us Aswan Ighodalo test the waters, and let's see how our judiciary are going to redefine a human being having 3 birthdays. Okay. That is official. We don't know where the result is, but we are having an idea. We are having the feeling because God gave us sense. Part of the sense is feel. Or I say onuro, it means it read the other side. So we are already feeling where this whole thing is going. But however, I don't know how our judiciary, because they are making mockery of themselves. They are making a big mockery of themselves because we saw. Yeah, we saw our constitution. We saw and was not. Say no, it's no longer and. The people of Abuja, they are not special, but they are not special. They don't have a governor. They are not special. They have only one senator. They are not special. They are not allowed to have Abuja's House of Representatives. So they denied them of all these things. But when it came to the interpretation of the constitution, they gave them a state status. So now let our judicial jurisprudence, let it be tested to see how a man in Nigeria can have about 3 birthdays.
Okay.
And what happened here, let us not forget, let me quickly just throw this in before, because I know I have other participants here. You remember in 2015 election, when the votes came in, they brought those states, Bayelsa, the East and West and all that. But when they wanted to rig that election, they started bringing votes from Kano, Sokoto, all the lead of Jonathan, they were all dissipated. That's exactly what they are about to do here.
Obese.
So let me yield. Yeah, let me yield the floor, and so other people can participate.
Okay, so before I let Daddy come in, I have a question for you, Mr. Ogbe, Dennis. Now you said we should, boost Aswen's morale, because right now I know he's really down for what you've worked for, and it's like preparing for an exam. A question Yare will get A, and you know that even if you don't get 100, you're going to score above 85, and at the end of the day, your teacher is telling you got an F9. So, which is really demoralizing. Now you ask us to go to court. Yes. Court is the next thing. And you're talking about Monday's, Monday's different dates of birth dates. With Tinubu's plethora of crime and allegations and all of it, he was still able to scale through the judiciary. What hope do you have? What hopes do you have, Mr. Ube?
Yes, the fact is that we have justices such as Justice Omotosho, and which we know in our local parlance they say Jankara judgment. So we know Jankara judgment can be gotten, but we still have very, very few justices out there that may not want to go. They may not want to tilt towards that of the government, or whoever is bidding for them and all that. We saw the last, the Supreme Court judge, one of them that retired. In his valedictory statement, it was an indictment on the judiciary itself, but nobody takes it serious. So to answer your question directly is that let us still hope that there are some few judges still out there, because it is still in this country that we saw David Lyon from Bayelsa, how he lost his because the opponent, his opponent on the other side, the deputy governor, who had about seven names and date of birth and all that. It was still same in the same Nigeria that we saw a judge strike it out and say, hey, no, we don't want this to continue. Remember, even when we have Tinubu as our president, there's the Council of State. The Council of State is made up of all the past head of state in Nigeria. I don't think that all these members of Council of State, they will just fold their arms and wait for this present administration to destroy Nigeria completely. If you look at it, let me look at the result that they were just announcing recently. Okay, let me take, they say Igweben local government area. We had a total. Okay, let me take Asan West. Asan West had 113,067 registered voters. This will answer your question. 113. These are facts here. I just listened to that few minutes ago. 113,067 registered voters, and out of that 113,000 registered voters, we had only 25,000 people that voted, which is less than probably, it's less than 20%. So there's already voter apathy. This question that you've just given us, why are we still voting? The way we are going to encourage Aswe Godalo, that's the same way we have to encourage our people to keep trying, because people are already tired. Look at Owan West. Owan West had 67,000 registered voters. But out of the 67,000 voters, we had only 24,000 that voted, about 30% or less. Exactly. See, this voter apathy is affecting everybody. You and I don't have trust in our electoral jurisprudence anymore. So we will keep, talking to the people. Like I said in my opening statement, if you remember, I said this is a good example of state capture. You have our Inec, our brother John Bull. He made mention of one of those things that I said. I said our traditional institutions have been compromised. So when you have Inec compromised, our security agencies compromised, judiciary compromised, our traditional institutions compromised, we are going to have very, very few people. Because if you look at the history of South Africa, when Botha became, what's his name? So his last name was Botha. When he was the head of apartheid, if they knew that he was going to give ANC, if they knew that ANC, he was going to allow ANC to pass, yes, thank you. If they knew that the apartheid regime knew that Botha was going to allow these people, ANC, to be in the ballot, and Nelson Mandela will win, they would have not put him there. There are still some of our judges. There are still some of our people. Look at the way Wansia is running around every one of us here, putting everybody in line, and many more. So we still have very few judges that will be able to reform the system, who will look at this and say, look, my only fear, this is my only fear. And that fear is, I remember that the first time we look at the IREV, I did not go out there and capture it for keeps. But I think that the handlers of PDP should have been able to do that, so as to create a duplicate. So this was before and after.
Yes. Okay.
It will not be a good thing for any PDP handlers to say, when we were coasting to victory, we don't have evidence to show in the court of law.
Okay.
The law says he who alleges must what? Prove.
Prove.
Thank you.
Wesley, we're going on a quick break. We still for Aswe. 1 minute break, and then it goes to Papa and Wansia.
God bless you.
If he not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. We no go vote. If he not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. We no go vote. That's why you da low man we sabi. Your bata of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why you da low for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With Aswe Odalu, he sure for us. Aye.
Forward ever go. If Aswe dey we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Aswe Odalu for governor.
Awese, Wadomo, welcome back. Please, if you are here and you've not given me a sub, do that quickly. I have a charge you. Don't worry, I won't charge you taxes. I won't charge you anything. Just press that sub button, subscribe, share the broadcast. Okay, share. So, Papa, there is I want to put up something for you. This is for Epa and Wasia. Can you see it on the screen?
Okay.
I got it from Twitter and it made a lot of sense, but I wanted you to I got it from Twitter. I know, okay, somebody should talk and tell me what to do here. If this man is making sense. This is Frederick Omoyuma. Frederick Omoyuma. Please read it, sir, and give me an answer. Give us an answer.
Yeah, he says. He says, just in one state, Inec couldn't conduct a hitch-free election. Professor made sure that beavers failed in many stations. Be creative. End the ballot paper box nonsense. Configure our PVC with our SIM cards. Nigerians should vote their phones from home.
It is not rocket science. I'm reading it in my phone. It is not rocket science.
Okay.
It's on Twitter.
Okay, it is not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. So you not
Okay. Innovations when it comes to elections. Before we used to do accreditation, you do, but right now we are talking about new in the world of technology. That's why they brought these beavers. These beavers worked in South America. These beavers work in Germany. These beavers work in what do you call it, Brazil or whatever. Why is it not working in Benin? It's not working in Nigeria. This is
beavers is working. It's the human beings handling the beavers. The baboons handling the beavers. Beavers is working.
yesterday in one of the big platforms that I also belong, somebody said, "Oh, the efficacy of democracy needs to now be reevaluated. That it all over the world, democracy per se is dwindling. So people will start to reconsider what is called your perception or your belongings to capitalism." And I wrote, and I think nothing wrong with democracy. Even the communism we're talking about, there is nothing wrong with it. What is wrong with the people that are entrusted with these processes to handle. For example, it's just simple. Let me go back to ex Minister of Justice Tanko, when he defined technicalities of the law. He defined technicalities of the law as setting the law the way it will aid your own mission to arrive at the conclusion you want to achieve. You remember when they say, "Oh, technicalities of the," like somebody was saying now, did we save? Yes, it saved. I do have it here. The beavers, the original result.
It's even there.
You can see that Agbedion posted it yesterday on our platform. It's right there. The original one, I appeared on the IREF, and the result they finally come out with. If you see it right here, I want to say I share with Mama Ban on online. You found that at one point, I don't know if you have it there. If you have it there, it will be fine. I think I saw it on Concerned page. You know, the original result, and here, the original result. It says here, yes, IREV as it was posted on the IREV result. How it was now decreased. You can see, for example, at Akoko Edo, IREV has what you call a PDP. You have a 20,101, but it was decreased by 21% to now give 15,000. It now reached 15,000 from the result they are now giving right now. So somebody that had 20, you remove 5,000, you decrease it. They decrease it. In the end, you will see below that PDP had 314,676 on the IREF portal. However, what they are giving PDP here now, it's been subtracted with less than it was minus 37.73%. They now gave PDP 195,954. Where is that one done? So where are the rest? I now ask again. As of yesterday, 4:10 a.m. Nigeria time, we were monitoring here. They were already at the gate. There is a photograph here which I think is very exclusive. I don't think we can show that. I don't know. You can see Obaseki in Urokota sitting down alone. See, he was sitting alone by himself. As at that time, probably head office. Wanting to go into the Urokota hall.
Channel. Go on, sir.
That was Obaseki.
Yes, you want me to play the video?
No, that's a video. There's an exclusive photograph that I have, and I'm opportune to have.
You want to share it?
I think I want to keep it for his own dignity.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, thank you.
That picture, I have it here. However, that's a sitting governor. So the situation at hand, like you asked, is it necessary anymore for this election? Is it necessary anymore to say come and vote? It happened in our time in what do you call the other man? Yakubu. That same Yakubu is still there. So we should not expect
that same evil face.
Remind me now, pacify. pacifier. We call it baby soccer. Pacifier. All this one, the army came. Where was the army general now?
Nowhere to be found.
Who was locking those gates? Do you know those that were locking the gate were not just APC members, they were security officials.
They're policemen.
So, okay, as at the time these PDP, what do you call them? Agents were at the gate talking. As there was one lady that was boiling like anything. I think if that woman had a gun yesterday, she would use it. One fair lady said she can never give it to him. He was talking to that army right there to his face, where she's ready to die. However, where were those APC now themselves? So it has been truncated, and I believe and I know something has gone wrong. So all this rubbish of what do you call this stupid man, Abdul Salam, coming like an old man, or rugged old man,
useless, like an old cat with their own position is evil devices.
When you say, sorry to say, I'm just it's a little bit out of as it's coming out of my mind.
No, they should take it today because this platform will respect people. But right now, today, if they can put this letter in my eye,
when they sign peace accord, for you that want to sign peace accord, that is the umpire. You are holding the result already. I knew at the time one of my friends said, "Oh, Mr. Wansi, I leave this thing. It has been written down. It has been written. They will come and read it like that, but there will be disarray." I used the word. He used the word disarray. I agree with him. Then I asked the question, why would there be disarray? But that question was not answered. But I now say there will be disarray because the result given to us is not the person the people have chosen. So should we not just sit down because in your time and where you are? What the heck?
Exactly.
So
that's my point.
And I said, that's why I use the term just now. We can't let it off. But then we talk about Tinubu. It's not Tinubu. It's not Tinubu. Until you remove the Inec officer, nothing will be done because it's the same people. I expected somebody like Obasanjo to be among the peace committee, for example. But they just came. What are you doing peace for? If you know there's going to be beavers, and these beavers will be followed as it has been stipulated, why are you asking for peace accord of a thing? And now we can see that what happened in 2023 is now what happened in 2024. You are already telling us this is what's going to happen in 2027.
Every time.
So
Wesley.
Let me put one lady here just now on this platform, what she wrote there, which I love, that Tinubu did promise that we were all there. Hello, my people. Do you want a door back?
Do you
want a yes? There was one Miss I don't know if Mrs. or Miss. Sorry to say, Miss.
I have that video.
God bless you, madam, whoever that person is. So to the lions and tiger, it's okay. Once here, why are you bothering yourself? Why am I bothering myself? We all left after we traveled. As at the time we were leaving, the lions and tigers started taking place. What we are doing now, we are trying to recoup any man we know to recoup some. Madam, I send you one video now by Sonny Oko. If you can play that music, Nigeria is now or never. That was in the 80s. Okay, so that is where we are today. What would they tell you? Which is true. But do I now own up because you told me? What are you doing about it? You are living now. We are living this same world for our children now. Then we came to, I am telling them, the slavery in Mayo, our forefathers fought more than we are fighting today.
Okay.
It was part of that resistance to that colonialization. So I begin to ask people, last week, why can't people ask themselves? Nigeria was formed 1914, and the amalgamation of Nigeria was 1914. But the Benin invasion was 1897, when our Oba was taken away to Calabar for 17 years. Why did they form Nigeria? It shows that the Oba, the resolution of Oba, or his integrity within the pattern of Nigerian polity was strong. But we, the children today now, I was aware. Once I get where. What are you leaving for your children? I saw Ologbo Seres picture. I saw a Sogban's picture way back. He was just a skinny man like me. But we were those were hefty men. Those that say, "Hey, mana, awanoba, awane, Ebola." They resisted, and I point to say today, my estima, Zena is rubbish for everyone. Hey, Bangi Tony, your father tried. What are you doing? What are you going to tell your own children? That is just my pain. That is why I want to be I want to answer. I have 3 meetings. I'm on live. I'm live now. No, Watana is okay, but Edo is burning. Edo, no state.
Okay. What's the Baba?
Everyone, we will continue to hold up. You must continue to hold up. The turtle. The turtle said, if you want to drag your father's land, try to hold it by the neck. Try to hold it by the neck. Before they pull the land out of your hand, you might get the tail now and have one. But if you hold it by the tail, what's all in your body? That is what some of us are doing here. Some of us from Nigeria, they stay in Canada, they stay in Japan, they stay in Mexico, they stay in Switzerland. They are worse than those that are at home.
Exactly.
And yet we are seeking unity here. Please, concerned, we are not losing our own. Everyone have tried. I want to thank everyone that put in their resources, their effort, the money, and their time. But all is not lost. Because I want to tell you, whoever is coming to rule a new state, we have me to contend with. Whatever was. So, so I plead with everyone, Madam, I thank you once again. The program is on Mr. Doegi Line and Mr. JB.
Yeah.
One the so bad. So I Mr. Dennis, why is Kelly not here today, man?
Imamio. So
maybe
I can't tell my brother.
There is Anthony Mamutiaka was seeing. Where the bigger danger ahead is that Tinubu is trying to turn our Mutiaka Bokia. This is my solid member, solid family. The bigger danger ahead is that Tinubu is trying to turn Nigeria into monarchy. Where power will likely
Ajibola Amori, he's a very great writer.
Happens. Imagine Clarence, I think he's just tired because this is draining. Let's say, Mr. Anthony, there's a question I wanted to direct to Mr. Diaye or Mr. Sonny. Because question. Frank Solomon, we also see you. Where I want to commend Mr. Osaigbogu for confronting the devilish and demonic Inec for manufacturing results in the favor of APC. Those Nigerians, okay. So can somebody read this for me and then take the question? Mr. Sonny, you have the floor.
Oh, I don't know what is in the question. Can somebody read it for me?
Yeah, it's not a question. Anyway, I think this, you know what, let me put another one. It's not a question, it's a thought.
Okay.
Why is it that everyone that tries to move Edo State forward is always considered? Mr. Jibola, that's to you. I give you that kudos. Why is it that everyone that tries to move Edo State forward, let's say they didn't work it, is always considered as enemy of the palace? Professor Ambrose Ali wanted to create more local government for Bender State. He was tagged enemy. Who wants to take that? And no matter.
Okay.
I was just laughing.
Yeah. Let me just say one or two things about that comment.
Yes.
Like I said it before now. Like we have an adage say where Idolevu or Sioba Nagoba Dole Doji Itani Raw there. That thing has been there. That is those who are ready to develop those land. It's a friend to the palace. It's a friend to the kingdom. It's a friend to the kingdom. But those who are against development, those people are supposed to be Orionba. But the situation is not like that. Yeah. The only reason why they are tagging such people is because of greed, selfishness, and unpatriotic. Because if like throughout the night I didn't sleep, I was just looking at Obaseki as a person. I was just looking and going into his heart and see what he's going through or what he could be going through. Of all that Obaseki has done for Edo State, time will tell. They will remember Obaseki. Time will tell. We are not why you were seen because he didn't do their bidding, their secret bidding because of my rival. That is just the only sin of Obaseki in Edo State because he was not sharing money. Obaseki to me has done well. And people from other places, if you see the way, say, give us Obaseki if Edo people don't want it. People they are jubilating because those who are saying Orionba, they know Orionba, and those people who are only fighting for their own stomach, their own belly face, those are supposed to be enemy of the land. But however, it's a pity. It's a pity. Like I want to say where do human, but if you and but for few people, election over to Guber, and this one I just passed. It's a lesson for every one of us. But in summary, Edo we regret. Many of them will regret it. They are lying in so yeah, you got to see what is going to happen in the next few days.
Go on. I was trying to put up the video. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, you're going to see what is going to happen in the next few days. Right now, before now, disbanded the security network. So just go and mark that. There's going to be a lot. Yeah.
Can I interject here, sir?
Okay.
The security network for Obaseki was disbanded for just the election. It's not like forever. Yeah, because it's just the election. They can assume they resume their position today.
Yeah,
because they've already mapped out all their evil plans. So Obaseki on ground, it will kind of dislodge them. They didn't want it.
Yeah. To wrap it up, what really happened yesterday? It was a network. I will say it because the president was online with them. He was with Oshiomhole, and he was talking with them, and they were giving a report back. That is why you see after some time, they were asking when they were at the collation center of Kobai. You see the military, even before then, they were asking the military to go because the police. Yeah. So because the president was in tune or was in line with them, was this thing, they had to give them a marching order to withdraw the military. That was why you didn't see the military again because it was in line with them.
Thank you.
It's a collaboration, but it's a pity.
Of course now,
if you see all the presiding officers they brought, they were all from Calabar. They were all from Cross River State. All the presiding officers, everything from Calabar.
Can I say something?
Have you forgotten? Yes. Yeah, I'm coming. I'll let you. Have you forgotten when I told you that guy knew where you Guber no see? We just say when I go to weekend where I can't be an a rec officer, listening to screening. I want. At the end of the day, what played out? at the end of the day, they don't cease to amaze you. They don't even surprise you because you went, I already know you for what you are. I beg, surprise me. Then there was that woman called Anna.
Hey,
No. The lion in sheep's clothing, that wolf in sheep's clothing, on that way a Christian, he 10 billion when the master rigger, you know, what printing, you know, dirty job, you know, do anymore. Or where and people are happy. So Ajibola, thank you for responding to that question because Ajibola when the comment section or where at least the palace will have rest. I don't know what is taking the rest from the palace away. I don't know why Benin people, Edo people tend to, you know, like marry both the administrative, the government and the palace. I don't know why they try to marry them. Politics, they politicize everything and they make everything upside down. So thank you, Ajibola, when you're turning. Let's move on. I want to go on a quick break because Epamasia wants us to play this music. I have it on audio, but he just sent the video to me. Please, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, and then you take the floor.
You either love it or lose it forever. Nigeria is now or never. You rather love it and keep it for good. Freedom is now or never. We either win it or lose it forever. Freedom is now or never. You rather win it and keep it for good. Let me hear you. Sigaoti Jai Kama Sigaoti Anje Bahana Jai Kama Akamete Sigaoti Kama Bahana Jai Kama.
You've heard it. Nigeria is now or never. Nigeria is now or never. Mr. Dennis.
Yeah, may the soul of Sonny Okosun rest in peace.
Amen. I didn't even give him that
soul. If he can hear, if he has a way of knowing what is happening now, I think
those are great philosophers.
He was a prophet. I have a prophet like you, Wana.
He will be whining in his grave because as at that time, no one would have anticipated that we would go this low. That having been said, I read a comment from one of our viewers. Says, "Why this lamentation? We are not lamenting. We know the result officially has not been declared, irrespective of the outcome. Whatever we are saying today, it makes sense, and let us also concentrate on way forward." Again, I do people are very educated, but again, in terms of enlightenment, I say a lot of them are not enlightened. If I may throw this in, I don't want to mention his name. Yeah, I don't want to mention his name. I was in New York. One of our gubernatorial candidates. I met with him, not in this election. When I met with him, in his manifesto that he was sharing around, he said he will reduce the dollar. I called another of my friend who was later ran for Edo State House of no, not Edo State, Federal House of Rep. I said, look at what this man is saying. He had that, it was written on the paper. So if that individual, eventually he didn't win, if we have individuals like that, a lot of our people, they are watching us, they believe because we have traveled, they are looking for answers from us. Again, I want to join words with yours to say that, yes, the vigilante is temporary. In every state in Nigeria, anytime election is being done, they will tell them to step aside. Because in our electoral laws, the vigilante...
Did they step aside in Ogun, Abi, because they still have it?
Oh, yes. No, just step aside for that, step
aside for the useless entity.
For the election day. Yes, they don't have any role. In our electoral law, the police is the only agents. Actually, the army, they don't have a role to play in our elections as enshrined in our constitution. So that individual that was writing, we are not lamenting. We are just trying to let people understand what is the way forward. So the way forward, like I said, let us begin to let people understand that, yes, it is not over yet. We don't know. It may tilt to our side, maybe not. Like I said earlier, that if you have God gave us sense to feel. You touch a door, is hot. It means the other side is extremely hot. So we are feeling that the election results are tilting towards that of the APC. And I want to correct another thing. This election, the election of yesterday, if you look at the total vote, the people that voted for APC, I would say, if you look at the statistics, they are not less, they are less than, yeah. Exactly. They were rejected. So, let's not blame our people. They rejected them at the polls. Just like, yes, just, I mean, we always
the will of the people.
Yeah. So it's just like Tinubu. Nigeria has a population of about 200 and something million, about 230 that they claim. Out of that, we have about 90 million people that are registered voters in 2023. Out of that 90 million, Tinubu scored about 9 million. He's governing Nigeria with less than 10% of the registered voters. If you just oppose that on our entire population, so you will look at it that Tinubu does not even have up to 3%. He's ruling Nigeria with less than 3% vote of the entire population. So he didn't. That's not how you win elections. So again, our electoral jurisprudence, we need to, after this, all this hula baloo, we have to go back and enlighten our people. There are some certain things we have to keep telling our people when they go to House of Rep, House of Senate, whatever, because without our electoral laws being changed, it will be difficult. Okay. I will make one quick reference to.
I have been saying it.
I will make one quick reference to Gorbachev. My brother in one year, Gorbachev was a KGB. And the then USSR never ever thought that Gorbachev will abandon their socialist system. But the moment he came to power, he introduced what they call perestroika and glasnost. So it was a total change. We pray and hope that individual that is already in the system and is boiling. There are so many people who are boiling. Why are these people treated like this? Until that we have that person, Nigeria will not change. That person he will be part of them. Okay. But when he comes to power, he will say, enough is enough. Let us not lament. The hope is still there. You remember when Oshiomhole lost election, he kept going to court. We know that at that time.
That time.
That time. So yes, we still, even if they say the other way, those that are dancing in the streets of Benin, they cannot take over power tomorrow. There's still time. Okay. So let us see. Let us encourage our people. Let us, even our brothers and sisters who are watching us now, let us encourage them. Do not lose hope. Okay. They might be, so let us pray and hope that we will laugh last.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your thoughts. Special Mama, thank you. Governor Obaseki should not feel bad. He's done very well. Thank you for your thoughts, Special Mama. I know he's done very well, but he wanted the good governance, the dividends to keep, stretching, because he's done very well, and he lives right now into the hands of he leaves governance in the hands of this Dundee Nigeria Limited. Where are we going? Monday is bereft of ideas. He doesn't know what to do. And the only thing they will do, get it back from your taxes, from your IGR, from the allocation. They're going to get their 60 billion back. All the money Tinubu spent on election, buying judges, buying Inec, buying so when something happens like this and people are, talking, you just think, well, because you are in the other party, doesn't affect you. I'm aware, no. Oh, they play. Okay, I'm aware, no. So who is next to have the floor? Please, in 30 seconds or 1 minute, because we're going to leave soon. we've been here for 1 hour 30 minutes. Ajibola marerere. Oh, somebody wants to
Yeah.
call in. Can we have a calling number? Oh, Salokwa. So there's a question I want to ask you. It's on the comment section. I'm picking it up. So I was interested in that. So who wants to take this? You are free. And if you want me to read it out to you. Epanwasia is using the computer. Is it your turn, Sonny, or is Epanwasia's turn?
Yeah, let me, can I come in here?
Okay, the question is
Oh, there's a question here where the mistake Governor Obaseki made was to remove the Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, knowing full well that Edo people love Shaibu very well. Okay, that's correct. And let me say he might be right. He might be right. But I want to tell this writer, Mr. Onaiwo Saibovo, that at my age, with those days we play soccer. All governors in Nigeria, all state governors, nobody have been so liberal as Obaseki. What do you call him? Oshiomhole spent 8 years. For that 8 years, Oshiomhole never ceded any position to Odobo to sit for him on his behalf.
Never.
And he even said so. So Obaseki did this so well that at a point when he travels, Shaibu will now preside. And in that situation, Shaibu became a little bit upscale to say, it is my turn. Well, removing him, we understand. But if you have to, as a, maybe those days for soccer player, you go to camp, the best player, they say don't go out. The best player goes out and he comes back. If you don't set up that best player who, irrespective of the team, because it's a teamwork, that team will disintegrate. So it is not whether they remove Shaibu or they didn't remove Shaibu. What we are seeing today is not because they removed Shaibu. What we are seeing today is the play out of the power play, the Inec, and the security agency. It's not Shaibu. Even Shaibu, I would have expected Shaibu to win fully in Edo North because he has left Obaseki. But if he had won, his result would have come first. Why did he hold it back? So that is the way I want to answer that. It's not a mistake, but as somebody that was becoming a thorn in the flesh, that is what you ought to do. I want to thank you, Ajibola. I want to quickly refer to him if I still have that a few seconds. Anthony Ajibola, he asked the question, why is it that anybody that is coming to do something good for Edo State is always regarded as Oshiomhole? I only want to use this way to answer that question, that the Pala has been a very formidable force in the bond of Edo people. So anybody that want to play some stupid politics tend to put you in there to conflict you with the palace. That is why I take you back to the days of Awolowo. Oh, after the death of Awolowo, the best president Nigeria never had. But we had the opportunity to give it to Awolowo. That was in 1979, between Awolowo and Shagari, two-third majority of 19. That was defined by Akinjide. We are all living witnesses. Those now being any. We know how it played out. Two-third majority of 19. Nigeria was unable to divide it because human being it's like that. Ali too, at one point, Edo people took broom and started sweeping Ali away. But today, the university created, what are we talking about? The same thing with Obaseki. So I like that is why in our own tradition, in Edo, it's natural, it is always there culturally. So we are also following. And I want to quickly end up with who was it just now? There was one Clarence. Who said Idolewu Eriosioba Vedo, which it seems to be playing out like that now. Some few days ago, some chiefs in Esa land, Epoma, came out and wore Ododo red shirt and invoke their ancestral spirit to say, no, no, who want to spoil this election. So if the palace is not doing that, it's left for them. Edo belongs to all of us. Then we are saying, so if somebody say Obaseki is Orionba, if the palace know Obaseki is Orionba, you come out and dispel that fact. But nobody is saying anything. You leave it to Orionba, Maka will define it. No sote yewo, no beku yewo. That is how I understand it. But if the Benin Traditional Council can be defining to us where, okay, no let Guagbira, no Mafirubo, or Yorioba, we now know. Everywhere is calm. Edora ma ori Mahiano. They have a Mahiaru way. That is why you said just now. Agbedion said he bought gas, he moto 45,000 naira. We are the gas.
From year to year.
Okay. From year to year. Okay. So it is okay. Those that are rich, let them do it. However, where I don't get power to do me. I don't do at all. Now be the problem. I will going to do the best I can. Like Bemudia said, we cannot rest in our horses. All we need to do, what is the next step? We will continue until someday, somehow, someone like Bemudia, someone like Idebudia, who is on this side, will one day fall into that power and will return it back. It was Pibota, 1994, in 1990 South Africa. The same thing with the Gorbachev, 1989, the fall of the, the Berlin Wall. So we will going to be there. However, let's not just own up. But I will tell you why it is difficult for Nigeria today, but people will not see it. If Nigeria is 230 million, only 99 million voted for you. Then when you are ruling war, how are you going to control those the balance normally? They won't follow, they won't obey. We will not obey.
We don't, especially when you made our life difficult.
Until the man that wins is the one that have the majority, so that whatever policy he puts in place, the majority will also follow. So no ya yemewonia APC are there. I can't a petrol station. Now you I won't say, go and vote. We don't even have time. He wrote back to me. You see where sufferings are, where suffering come. That is where we know our friends. I said, fuck you. You want to change it, go change it. Now, when suffering come, you know your friend. You have a opportunity to go to vote. You are saying when suffering come. And do you know what I'm doing here? I go to work minus 35 degrees centigrade ROA. You think we cannot do that by Nigeria and do it work? So everybody, when it's poverty, once you give them little money, they just change mind. What is 5,000 to go put somebody that imbecile that looks like a there? It's going to make you suffer. It's okay. Don't my way. Once again,
I will bring you security. This school starts at 37 with different ages. Okay, that's okay.
So
if we don't start to do it right today, and
the election wasn't between Aswe Udalo and Okpewolo. The election was between what do you call
Obaseki and Oshiomhole. Because Oshiomhole in 2020, he came to have his event.
But it's okay.
This time around, I still believe we will nail his coffin. We will nail his coffin. Sonny, where's the back?
They may want to go to God or whatever they want to do. It's okay.
I don't know.
I don't believe in God.
We have to keep pushing. Because all they want to do is to demoralize us, so we do not do anything. Understand? We're heading to court because this is broad day robbery. Anthony, if they had not removed Ilishaibu, that would have been suicidal for PDP and Aswe Ighodalo. That wasn't a mistake at all. So he agrees.
At all?
Yes, he agrees with you where it wasn't. Who was in the part of this? Who seconded it? Where?
No. What I'm trying to say is that Shaibuni or why will Ningwangi step on your toes? Shaibuni or Vulimeko for any Edo man, anybody in Edo state to begin to think that was an error. Philly Shaibu, look, in democracy, there is strength in numbers. Where exactly? Where Shaibu came up from? What is their electoral capital? Esako West, Esako West, Esako East. They have less than 300,000 votes, the lowest area, voting block in the entire Edo state. So why should he even be a deputy governor in the first case? So our people, those that are listening those that are listening to us, let it be known that Esako has less than 300,000 votes total. So if you look at less than 25% of those people that are coming because of voter party, then they have no vote. If you look at today's result, Onwa, which is the other part of Esako, and not Esako, that's the Somorika people, the Onwa people. PDP won Onwa West. So let from going forward, please don't be scared of Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole, I demystified him the other day. Where he came from? They don't have any electoral power of anything. They will come and tune you and me. Let me leave it there. If Yesako, no more. And that's a if Manivia Domana Lelian, they don't have electoral power. Thank you.
Yeah, so street sense. You who are here, I want to give 5 minutes for a call because we are rounding up. If you can call now, the number is on the screen. Where nonsense Philip Shaibu is a very desperate man. He actually doesn't respect Obaseki. The arrogance is unbearable. Shaibu is an idiot for God's sakes. Or it's even more than that. It's not because of where I respect Obaseki. He's a desperate man. I agree with you because if you want to call in quickly because they asked me they want to speak to us. But Sonny, the floor is yours. Quickly in 1 minute.
Yeah, like the issue of Philip Shaibu. I don't yeah, do you know that Philip Shaibu wanted to become a governor while Obaseki was there? He was already planning with State House of Assembly. Already planning to remove Obaseki. That's why Obaseki distanced himself from him and just put him very far from him. Because Obaseki wasn't having any problem with Wiki. It was because of Shaibu. When he said, "Who's your father?" That's why Obaseki replied him. Even with the old PDP, they weren't having problem. Obaseki wanted to carry Shaibu along with him. You know, all the people in here, they are ingrate. So the issue of Shaibu should not come, like my brother said. Even Shaibu, you know, that guy is a desperado.
Okay. Thank you, my people. Thank you. I want to just put up this video. If there's no calls, then we can now wrap up. This is the situation on ground at the moment. These are PDP, picture of good voted.
My vote was this was
Okay, again, for the sake of time, we will shorten that video. So you can see for yourself, people are aggrieved. They are not happy. People are agreed. Somebody left a comment here which I don't want to show. Why are you using cuss word on live video? Thank you for that comment, but let me tell you what they just did to you now and to me. I don't know if you are part of APC, but what they did to the good people who voted is more than abuse, is more than anything. It's something like go and die. That's what they just go and buy. Because broad day robbery, that you go out there, you waste your time, you spend time, effort, resources, and everything. Under the rain, and I heard that it rained heavily in some areas. Under the rain and all of that, and some people stood till night, till evening, like and then you upturn these votes, and you want me to be quiet. I don't know what people call me auntie. Yeah, we normal will be something like that. So sorry, sir. These people, they won't have peace because they've taken our peace away. They will not have peace. Why say I want a last thought from anyone. I want a last thought. Thank you, my viewers. If you have not subscribe to our channel. Subscribe. Joseph, Igbinov or where Oba is not supposed to be in politics. Mama, no see any politicizing palace. I don't know. I asked some question. Why do they marry them together? Why? Are they supposed to be intertwined? Because
Yeah,
two different entities.
In my opening statement, I made mention of state capture.
Yeah.
So in state capture, definitely, Tinubu is a smart politician, not only him, and so many other politicians. So when you are doing the state capture, because they recognize the fact that our traditional institutions, they have a structure at which they govern the society prior to the coming of the British and other. Again, Mr. Wansa alluded to the fact that some time ago, it was in 1897, not until 1897 when Obavorame was deported to Calabar. We the Edo people, we never joined the RONC. RONC means Royal Niger Company. It was that company that later metamorphosed into Nigeria. When you have the Eastern Protectorate, the Western Protectorate, the Northern Protectorate, and the colony of Lagos, they were all now joined together. In that amalgamation, we the Edo people were joined on the side of the Western Protectorate. So, again, on that day, our traditional rulers lost their sovereignty. So they were responsible to the white people who came. So today, our constitution respects them. But again, the number one citizen of every state is not our traditional ruler. They are the governors, who are the offsprings of the British of that time. My people, the election has been done, irrespective of whichever way it goes. I'm not advocating for violence, but again, we still have a window. We still have a window of opportunity to address the wrong, if there's any wrong, because it is only in our Nigeria that we have a man that is having 3 dates of birth: one on Inec form, the second one on voters card, and then the other one is on his WAEC. This is a man called Monday, and he was not born on Monday. There is none of us in Edo State that will give birth to a child on Wednesday or on a Tuesday that will call that child Monday. So it won't happen. So please, my people, it is not over yet. We have seen it in so many states in Nigeria. Let us all still bond together, keep our faith, and pray and hope that at the end of the day, Aswan Ighodalo, the man with capacity, will come and rule our state. Thank you very much, viewers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Wayawese. One last thought, and it will be like 5 seconds.
All right, Mama, I want to thank everyone.
Okay, finish. Then because question here, why can't you get me go on your hand? So yeah.
Yeah. So once again,
go suffer for this one.
Yeah. Someone I will always like. I want to thank you.
I only pity civil servants and pensioners, Back to the old days of no salary and pension. Sandy, sorry, sir.
Yes, it's okay for the commentators that came in. I want to also thank you. Like I referred to that Mr. Ajibola Amori a while ago, when the governor gave Palace 24/7 electricity and gave the Palace internet, maybe ugly 18, but it's okay. It is what it is. But what you intend to do here is let us not give up. Let us still support Igodalo to know that it is very disheartening, but we must encourage him. We must continue to encourage him, because Oshiomhole came in after how many years? 1 year plus before Osumba was brought. Though I don't have any on this judiciary. It's okay. If you think you want to spike Obaseki,
we need to be on that cruise going forward. Anything happened to
Mr. Ogbemudia, anything happened to Mr. Omori Ajibola, for example, it's not Ajibola that something you cry because it's already in it. It's not Omori that is in it. It's supposed to be a lesson as a food for thought for everyone. So because of Obaseki, we will get there with Okpebolo insecurity the next day if it comes to be. But unfortunately, to me, in my year school, I'm a school staff, let me put it that way. But I know someone like Okpebolo cannot accept me as my class monitor in the class A as of today. So, bonaze, governable. But however, if you cannot communicate, there is nothing you can do. That is why deaf and dumb is a little bit continue to support as well. Let's support this cause and fight this fight. Let's join those at home that are like us, that are fighting, and tell them we are still with them, so that the hoodlums will not take over finally. For the palace or for Egua or whatever, they are not supposed to be. The palace is not supposed to play politics. They are not practical, which is trying to do. The only thing I'm asking for is that if you have two children, one is calling one Oji, and whenever I hear Oji, tell them it's not Oji, or rather, I have not called him my what do you call it? Ogyomba. They get Ogyomba. Tell the world, please, I want peace to be in Edo land. That is my perception about the palace. But being quiet about it, whether somebody is Ogyomba or Tiebono or whatever, it's not the best. It's not the right way to go to the Edo people. So I thank you all. I thank the president of this program.
Thank you. Yeah, Sonny, your last thought on this, and then we can also, put smiles on the faces of Aswe supporters, because so many of them, I tell you right now, they are demoralized. I called the brother and he's not able to speak. He's just mute. So we want to, give them hope where it is not over until it is over. It is not over. Sonny, your last word on this pension.
Like I want to say, like what my brother said once here, the issue of the traditional ruler and being captured, or Dusi being captured. Before where I came in, somebody posted a video where our monarch was dancing, as if, you see how they politicize the whole thing. They just posted a video where the Oba was dancing, and maybe it's another this, they just posted it to show that right now Oba is happy that APC won. You see how they try to bring the palace into it.
Maybe this was not today. You see how people drag the palace?
Yeah, that's because that thing didn't happen today. Maybe during the Igwe festival where he was dancing, but somebody just posted it and to say that maybe he's happy that APC won and all the other ones. But that is by that. But the issue of what will be, but if by today, with all Obaseki have done, the civil service reform and every other thing, whoever wants to govern this state, if he's not doing it well, those people is going to resist it with the pension. I'm the pensioner. Like I will keep saying, before Obaseki came, Oshiomhole was owing me 19 months of pension arrears. Heaven didn't fall. But when Obaseki came, that 19 months, he defrayed it in 2 installments. So whatever happened, pensioner, if you want to still, if you come, whether APC or whatever, and you say, okay, you go to remove food from our mouth, God will remove food from your mouth. So, and those people will resist it, the civil servant will resist it, the pensioner will resist it.
I always say, thank you, my viewers. Thank you, commenters. I always say, if you have not subscribed, give me a sub. It's a Dope Pride TV. Or ever,
oh, Baba.
Nana. We've been here for a while now, and we want to let you go. I always say, you can eat egg buying. So voila, we subscribe to this channel for more updates and for true updates. We are not just here to give you lies. Like you heard what our guests have said to you. Why pick up? Why pick up? Why the supporters of goodwill pick up? Don't relent. Let's continue with this. Let's continue with this fight, not physical fight. To continue to speak. Continue to speak up, continue to lend your voice, continue on the right path. We'll meet again. Thank you, my guest. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Papa and Asia. Pa Sunday. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ube. I always say, if you have a last thought, if not, I'm gonna let you go. Now, I always say. If I could hear him, thank you so much. Bye, Sonny. Bye, Daddy. Bye. Why always say this is it. We've come to this end. Clarence thank you for coming on. This is what we got. Oh, well, thank you, my elders, for showing your encouragement. Yes, Joseph Osamuyime. Uwese, on this thought, thank you so much. Thank you. Because we need to also boost you guys. Your morals, we need to boost you up. It's not, life is still here. We need to fight. It's not finished until we don't say, hey, my phone. But Wabele APC does not mean well for you. Does not mean well for you. They don't mean well. APC will destroy those states. Just watch out. But APC, they don't mean well for us. They want to destroy all the legacy in Obaseki CIA, all these achievements in Imanena. They want to make sure where they relegate it. Oshiomhole, or whether ShopRite is going to become shop dead because he wants to rule. Whether you like it or not, is Oshiomhole. This battle was between Oshiomhole and Obaseki. It's Oshiomhole's third term by proxy. What I use that one mean? By say you go they hide, but now in the room. You go they tell Monday they press in button, ping pong ping, say now in the room. And so it be. So my people, we don't say yeah, una do well, una sit down with me. Una be my lovers, my brothers, my sisters, my family. Una do well. I beg, take the word out, do not relent. You clean your eyes and you now say, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? Because Nigeria, as we see now, has been captured. Those states just joined. Nigeria as a whole has been conquered and captured. Has been captured by Tinubu. We don't mince words. So if Oga want that state, Oga want in preparation for 2027, you don't even know what is going to happen in 2027. Are you the owner of your life? Can you tell me what tomorrow will look like when you don't even know if you will sleep and don't wake up? So then I have been saying it in my videos. What are we really fighting for? For future that we can't predict. For future. You understand? For future. What are we fighting for? Future. We don't have any, we can't predict it. We don't have any power over tomorrow. Tomorrow can come and we are not there anymore. So Tinubu is fighting for 2027. He wants to capture all the states so that they'll be answerable to him. So you people clapping for evil, clapping that APC has won through evil means, through all these calculated evil means, keep clapping. As we buy something for market, they had all of us now from the federal level. Now, so it will have you. When you reach market, they're not go write APC. When I reached Benin the other day, they're not write PDP or good lovers of goodwill price, APC price. When you reach pump now to pump fuel, PDP price, the APC price, the fuel na fuel. 1,002 now 1,002. So the hardship, all of us go chop, go benefit. So not be only one person. So thank you very much. Let me play this for you. If you are a lover of goodwill, enjoy. I will see you soonest. I always come on. I will see you soonest. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. Let me mention your name. You good people. Thank you. Thank you. Joseph Igbinovia. Onaiwo Saigbovu. Simone. Thank you. Friday. Thank you for coming. I don't even know. Anthony, where's Kakabo? Where's Thank you for coming. Thank you. Ikpomosa Matthew. That your statement. If it make me laugh. My husband have pension. He not go get him money again. I have mentioned your name. Special Mama, where are you? I opened the line for you. You did not call. Moses Gabriel, I like your thoughts. I like your comments. You left a good one. Kakabo. I'm just trying to mention your name and say thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping. If I didn't mention, also know that my love is spread across. Thank you so much. I will see you again.
If we not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. We no go vote. If we not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. We no go vote. That's why you go down low man we sabi. Your bata of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why you go down low for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With Asway Odalu, he sure for us.
Forward ever you go. If Asway there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Asway Odalu for governor. Forward ever you go. If Asway there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Asway Odalu for governor.
Sure you go vote for PDP.
Oh yes.
PDP.
Oh yes.
Voting go down low.
Oh yes.
For integrity.
Oh yes.
Business go better.
Oh yes.
Put food on table.
Oh yes.
You go better mama.
Oh yes.
You go better papa.
Oh yes.
You go better pikin.
Oh yes.
For better road.
Oh yes.
Forward
ever go. If Asway there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Asway go down low for governor. Forward ever go. If Asway there we go prosper. Alagoda
Nigeria is now or never. You either love it or lose it forever. Nigeria is now or never. You rather love it and keep it for good. Freedom is now or never. We either win it or lose it forever. Freedom is now or never. You rather win it and keep it for good. Let me hear you. Sigaoti Jai Kama Sigaoti Kande Bahana Jai Kama Adareke Sigaoti Jai Mama. Thank you.